Another sea of red welcomes us to the markets in the Bitcoin mining world. I've been in this trade for 2 years now, and I was really expecting that, especially if Bitcoin broke its all-time high, which was around 60K before, and especially if it reaches 100K, these miners would be going absolutely ballistic, and I would be on a beach somewhere, sipping martinis and just enjoying life. But at the moment, I'm sitting in my room wondering where it all went wrong. Like, if we just look at a 1 year time of Bitcoin, it's up 130%. Let's look at the two biggest miners. Right, is actually negative 22%. Negative 22%. Marathon is only up 53. Let's say CleanSpark as well, only 58. Now, surprisingly, the two that have done the best, let's say Iris Energy, it slightly beat Bitcoin, and Wolf, which beat Bitcoin by quite a bit. The funny thing about these two is that they actually are not pure Bitcoin miners. They're actually being priced more on the AI side, I believe. And I think you just have to accept that Bitcoin miners were not the proxy this cycle. That's clearly evident so far. Let's just say so far, based on the 1 year performance of like what Bitcoin's doing and what they're doing. And the actual proxy play was this guy right here. 557% gains in a year. 1 year hold time. Just back in December, you buy it and you're here. So you just have to hold up your hand and say you got it wrong, that this was the guy to focus on. And like, what are you going to do now? Like, okay, my cost base is still pretty good for these two. These are my main holdings. I'm in profit, so, let's not get the rope out. But you can't sell them now and just jump into here. Or what you can only hope is that Bitcoin keeps doing something silly, keeps exploding higher, and that eventually these miners do catch up. And I wanted to check like the previous one. So Bitcoin, when it previously broke its all-time high, so around here, December or November or whatever, around this time, right? November, December, it broke. And then it topped around April. Marathon actually, from that time, if you look, November to, okay, that's March. Let's go to April. Let's go, where's April? Yeah, April, here. Like right at the top, Marathon actually did a 9x. So there's still some hope. But the only problem is, like, now Bitcoin has broken its all-time high. You would expect like this trajectory to be like a lot higher, like these candles, these God candles. But since this time around, since Bitcoin's broken its all-time high in April 2024, June, February, March, April here. So Bitcoin, at this point, I was hoping it would be like this, right? That's what you're hoping. Like it's trending higher, and eventually it's gonna go like bonkers. But unfortunately, it's actually a little bit down, like 5% down. So since Bitcoin broke its all-time high and increased by 40%, Marathon is actually down like, I don't know, 5% or something. So yeah. It's not really following the last cycle too much, in my opinion. But we may still be able to do something silly like this. So, your cost base is good. You've been holding the trade for 2 years. Really, you have no option left. And this will probably be the last video I probably make about crypto miners. I'm just basically going to hold them in the hopes that they do something crazy. And put some trailing stop losses depending on where Bitcoin goes. And that's it. Bitcoin starts dumping like it is now. These are dumping heavily. But I would really think about like at least taking some profits. Like Iris Energy, like 300% gains. I'm taking 25% off, right? So I'm recouping like nearly my initial investment. And CleanSpark is not there yet, but maybe just taking some off and leaving the rest. So yeah, that's that. yeah, I think I got it wrong this cycle, to be honest, guys. I don't know how it's gonna do going forward, but so far I think I got it wrong.